Welcome to Batavia Spotlight, where we get to know more about community organizations and businesses here in Batavia and in our local communities. I'm Ellen Huxtable, your host. And our first guest today is Danny Hollis, who is the Executive Director of Water Street Studios. So thank you for joining us, Danny.
Thanks for having me, Ellen.
So tell us, what is Water Street Studios?
Water Street Studios is a nonprofit community arts center right in the heart of downtown Batavia. And we offer a lot of different programs, everything from gallery events to subsidized artist studios to community outreach to School of Art. And we also just host a variety of community events at our space as well.
So now you have artists that actually are in residence there that have their studios there. How many of them do you have?
We have 25 artists and 26 studios. One of our resident artists is a photographer and uses one of the spaces as a studio and one of the spaces for like exhibiting her work, which is pretty neat. It's pretty unique.
So you're full up right now then as far as artists that are in your facility.
Yeah, so we're at, we don't have any available studios right now, and we have a 16-person waiting list, which is really great. But we're always looking for new people to come and hang out with us too, just because you don't have to be a resident artist to come and hang out with us. We pride ourselves on being a community arts center, so we want to make sure that everybody feels welcome. So you can participate in all sorts of different ways.
What are some of the things that somebody who isn't a resident artist can do?
So one of our biggest things that we have to offer is the School of Art, for sure. So if somebody wants to learn how to screen print, you can come and learn to do that either in a class or in a workshop. And then say you get really good at it and you're kind of like, I don't really want a teacher looking over my shoulder right now, I'd rather just do it myself. We have a makerspace program, and a print lab is part of that program that we offer. We have a print lab, a clay lab, and a metal lab, and you actually get it's a certain kind of membership, so you actually get to go in and use the materials and resources on a 24/7 hour basis, and you can just come and do whatever project you want. So we have sort of like a track, which is really neat. The other way is we do Second Fridays.
And what
at
is
Water
Second
Street.
Friday?
Yeah, so we do, it's a gallery opening reception every second Friday. So we do new shows every single month, which is nuts, but we're totally doing it, and it's really fun. So at those events, we have live music. We usually have the artists there who say a few words about their work, and you get to know them a little bit more, which is something that a lot of galleries can't offer. It's really hard to get the artists in your space, but we like to exhibit local artists and people who are well established in their field and invite them to come and talk about their work too. We have food by Gaetano's that's served, which is amazing. We have beer by Penrose Brewery. And then, we have live music and people kind of hang out. It's from 6 to 9 every second Friday. So you don't even, even if art's not really your thing, and you just want to come hang out with a bunch of really cool people, that's the best way to do it, is just come hang out with us.
Do you have to reserve in advance, or is there a charge for this?
No, it's all free.
It's just a free?
There's a suggested donation of $5 just so we can continue to do the events.
Absolutely.
And all that goes to supporting our programs. But it's a free thing. You can just kind of pop by whenever you want. Actually, never mind. That's another event. Yeah.
Yes. But as far as things go, then, if we want to just come by and see what's in the gallery, when is the gallery open?
So we have public hours Friday from 1 to 9, and then Saturdays and Sundays 12 to 4. We're working on expanding those hours so that we can be open all week. But we're slowly working there. Yeah.
So if you're a member of the public, then you can come for the gallery hours. You can come to the events you have. And how do we find out about the classes you have? You mentioned the classes. That sounds very interesting. How do you find out more about that?
So we distribute booklets all over town.
Okay.
And you can find our class booklets at coffee shops and the schools and things like that. But the easiest way is to just go to our website. And there's a School of Art tab. And there you can click, and the catalog actually pops up, and you can kind of scroll through the classes, which is really easy. And registration's very simple. It makes sense to become a member. We have a membership program at Water Street, so if you become a member, you get a discount on classes, and it pays for itself. So it's a win-win. Yeah.
So how is Water Street supported financially? How do you get enough to keep the thing going? Because it's a beautiful facility.
Yeah, we rely heavily on our community to be able to keep our doors open. So we rely on a lot of volunteers who are very dedicated to the programs that they help out in. But funding typically comes from local organizations and foundations. We've gotten a couple really large grants recently to expand our reach for the arts programs that we're offering. That allows us to, have pay instructors, which is something really we get to employ art instructors in the area. And it goes to supplies and paying for rent and all those sorts of things. But a lot of it is, it's our memberships, it's our fundraisers. Our gallery events actually help us significantly. We raise a good chunk of money every single month at those events. And then just local support from, corporate sponsorships, other sort of business partnerships that we have in the area, and then, seeking support from foundations also.
So now you mentioned events outside your area or outside of where you currently serve. Do you do outreach things in business in places other than your own gallery?
Yep, yeah. So we have a community outreach program that's called Art Flow, and that program operates, we actually have a classroom that was funded by Boeing at the Batavia apartments.
Okay.
And so we teach after school art programs there every Tuesday. We have an on-site community outreach program for teens, and that happens in one of our classrooms. We also have partnered up with Lazarus House in the past. We've worked with Mutual Ground. We partner up with Main Street all the time and help them at their community events. We've partnered up with yoga studios before. We're all about partnering and figuring out a way to get out into the community. So yeah, we're kind of up for any sort of weird creative partnership that we can manage.
That sounds fantastic. So if somebody wanted to learn more about your events or perhaps the studio things that you run, the classes, or to volunteer, how would they contact you?
Well, you guys, anybody can always just stroll in. We're usually there and the door's open, so come in and visit and we can talk in person. That's a really easy way. Our website has most of that information, so you can, you can find information about our gallery, about upcoming events, volunteer opportunities, or just just sign up for our mailing list. And I blast our email list, I don't know, probably a few times a month.
Great.
Facebook is also a really easy way to get to know what's going on. Anything through social media is going to be really helpful for the community to find out what the next event is. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Danny.
Thank you.
Enjoyed having you as our guest, so thank
Thanks,
you.
Ellen.
And we will be right back after these messages.